for joining me today. I'm Anna Quintana with St. Cross Art, and this is my fluid art channel where we'll be producing a painting today so you can see the process of how fluid art gets done. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to like, share, and comment on my YouTube videos, and feel free to visit my Facebook page, my website, and I also have an Instagram page. Thank you. So here's the colors that I'm going to be using today. I'm not in any particular order. I just want to show you what I'm working with. This is Hammerhead, which is by this little pigment. It's a beautiful grayish blue color. Another pigment is Zeus. It's a beautiful coppery color. I'm also going to bring in a what's called an interference color, which is kind of shifts. It looks white, but it's actually dries very transparent, and it kind of shifts between blue and green. This one's called Macaw. And Harvest Gold, which is something that I like to use a lot. It's a very pretty shiny gold, again by this little pigment. I've got some tube paints. This one is called Cunag, which is really, it's a quinacridone nickel azo gold, and it's a beautiful terracotta color. I also have a Winsor & Newton, like an olive green color, which is, I just love this. It turns out really well. And then I also have a golden fluid acrylic teal, which is kind of like a really pretty robin's egg. I've made it a little bit lighter than the normal color, but I really like this shade a lot. And then for my cell activators, I'm probably going to use Payne's Gray and Titanium White. So those are the colors that I'm working with today. Today we are playing around with a 20 by 20 canvas that's about a ½ inch thick. 1.5 inches thick. So a really nice canvas. I've laid down my pillow paint, and today I'm going to kind of do a hybrid bloom vine, Dutch pour. You'll see what I mean. We're going to go with different lines. Instead of just a puddle, we're going to do some different things here and see what we get. Okay, so my first color that I am going to lay down is, I think I'm going to do a Cunag, and Cunag is quinacridone color, and it's a beautiful terracotta. It's very strong though, but let's see what we get. So I'm just gonna kind of layer it like this, and I know this looks weird and you haven't seen me do this before, but we'll see what happens. So it's kind of a hybrid of a lot of different things. Okay, a lot of different techniques, I think. All right, so we've laid this down, and then what I'm going to lay down next, you know, I do love gold, so I do love this gold, but you know what, let me wait. I think I'm going to do the blue next, and the blue is Hammerhead TLP, which is this little piggy, and is one of my favorite all-time colors. Not only because I love sharks, but also I just think it's just a gorgeous color. All right, then I think I'm going to do, why don't we lay down the green, and this is Winsor & Newton olive green. I just think this is, I don't know why, but I'm just loving and attracted to olive green. All right, and then I think we're going to do our, let's do our gold. And I think I may do something funky here. Okay, let's do our gold. And I'm going to kind of drizzle it. Like this. And then what I think I'm going to do is maybe two blooms, or maybe a couple blooms along this line, and see what we get. I do want to add, but I'm going to do it in different colors. So let's see how this turns out. This should be interesting. So I'm going to do a bloom this way, and I'm going to do another one down here. And now I'm using that teal, light blue teal color. I'm going to add the gold now. Let's see what we get there. Oh, sorry, no, I'm going to add the Zeus, which is a TLP, very pretty, kind of coppery color. Okay, I'm going to add, let's see, some more of this blue because I really just do love this hammerhead. All right, and then I'm going to add some more of, let's add some, oh, I know. Let's do some of this macaw. Macaw is an interference piggy, which allows it to, it looks white, but it's really like a bluish green, and it dries very transparently, but it adds kind of a cool shimmer. So we're going to extend some of that over here. Let me think what else I want to add to this. Maybe just a tad of green. And then we're going to add our cell activator and see what we get. This should be interesting. I'm actually going to do a white cell activator first, and then I'm going to put in a black or Payne's Gray cell activator. And I'm also going to do it a little bit here. Let's just see what this gets us. Should be interesting. Looks kind of like a cool painting right now. And then let's do our Payne's Gray cell activator. I'm going to put some in the middle here. I'm going to put some in the middle here. I'm debating whether I should put any in here, but we got to get going here, so I'm not going to. Let's just see what happens. So let's blow and see what kind of kooky thing we come up with today. It might turn out actually really beautiful. You never know. That's the beauty of fluid art. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put on some gloves. I am really trying to be less messy. Some people are so good at it, and I am not, but I'm going to keep trying. So at least I'm less messier than I was when I first started. Okay, let's go. Okay, we've got some interesting stuff going on here. Using the 2 cell activators, you can see these really cool, they look like olives almost, on the black cell activator. We're getting some really pretty cool cells on the white cell activator. This is really looking good. I really love it. Now I'm debating whether I should swirl it, and I don't know. Part of me says yes, and part of me says no, leave it alone, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna listen to the part of me that says no, leave it alone and see what happens. But I am gonna see if I can just do a little bit of stretching here just to see if I can get a little bit closer to the corners. I'm just digging these cells here. I love olives and they look like olives. All right, before I do too much harm to this, let me do this. Let me go ahead and give it a vigorous spin, and let's see what we get. This is kind of cool. I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out. All right, I'm gonna give it a big spin right now. Let's go. Wow, and there's a ton of paint coming off of that. You can actually hear it. I'm gonna stop because a lot of this pretty stuff down here I don't want to lose. I'm going to do a little bit of this just to stretch some of these out. And this painting may just need to have a lot of white or negative space in it because it's just kind of really cool. It's different and I really like it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep moving it a little bit around. Let's go on this corner here so you can kind of see. And then let's spin again and see what happens. It's a little different from what I normally do, but I'm really digging it. Okay, let's make sure that we're level here. Wipe my hands so I don't get white paint everywhere. I hate to lose this part here because I really think that's so cool. All right, let's see what we can do. Maybe I can get it a little bit off center so I won't lose as much of that as possible. Let's try this. Oops. Actually, that may not work. Let me just move this white over here. Get it a little bit more. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit more towards the edge. But I'm digging what this is looking like. Okay. Let's get it even. And let's go for another another spin. You can really see this white paint coming off of it. So I'm really enjoying this. Let's see, there's some really pretty, unfortunately we lost some here on the edge, which I really liked. But I'm loving this part right here. I'm gonna see if I can get it a little bit closer to this edge. And maybe do it this way where I have it kind of centered, but like a diamond on the spinner. Let's see if that gets us anything. Let's do another spin. There's still paint coming off of it, so I know there's still quite a bit of paint on here. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. It's exciting. Okay, so not crazy about this little area here. I'm not really quite sure what to do with it. I'm loving this area here. I think that looks really cool. Let's see. Here's my olive cells. I'm not really quite sure what to do with this. It's interesting. I think it's pretty, very abstract. There's some really pretty cells right there. I'm thinking that I might not do too much more to it and just leave it alone. I'm trying to think what would the orientation be. And part of me, actually I think I like it this way, where you've got this jutting out here. Not crazy about this area there, but I also don't want to mess with it too much. I'm not crazy too much about that area there. But I do think overall, it's pretty cool. These are really pretty. And these are really pretty. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to finish up and leave it alone. And let's see what it comes like. Thank you for joining me. And please make sure to like, comment, and share my channel with others. And thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. So this is the dried result of the 20 by 20 painting that I did. If I bring it up really close, you can see some really cool cells that dried nicely. Some lacing. These were those olive cells. And then this is that one cool kind of thing that sticks out. There's some neat things kind of showing up in here and a really pretty watercolor kind of effect. So here you go. This is what it looks like dried. Call me or contact me if you have any questions about this painting.